Welcome back to Coins Numismatic Series. Today we're diving into the incredible world of US dollar coins, specifically to modern treasures that every collector, novice, and pro alike should know about. These aren't just your everyday coins you might find in pocket change. Hold on to your magnifiers, because in this video, we're unpacking 2001D and 2000p Sacagawea $1 coin to coins that might be sitting unnoticed in jars, albums, or rolls, just waiting to make someone's day. Let's go! When we talk about 2001 Sacagawea $1 coin, we're discussing a piece of modern American numismatics with roots in one of the more culturally significant U.S. coin programs of the late 20th century. The Sacagawea Dollar was first introduced in the year 2000, at a time when the U.S. Mint was seeking a new dollar coin that would be more widely accepted in daily commerce than the slightly unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar. From that genesis came a golden-colored coin that quickly became iconic, not for its circulation use, but for its story, design, and collector intrigue. First, let's explore the historical context. The Sacagawea Dollar was authorized by Congress in 1997 and released in 2000. It commemorates Sacagawea, the Lemhi Shoshone woman who helped guide the Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 1800s, carrying her infant son on her back as part of that historic journey. The coin was designed as a tribute to her important role in American history and symbolic of themes of exploration, strength, and cultural bridge building. This focus on cultural representation was new for U.S. coinage at the time and remains meaningful to collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Now let's talk design features. On the obverse of the 2001 Sacagawea Dollar, you'll find a beautifully detailed portrait of Sacagawea with her infant son, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, on her back. The design was created by sculptor Glenna Goodacre and remains one of the most recognizable modern coin images issued by the U.S. Mint. The reverse side, which continued through the early years of the series, depicts a soaring bald eagle encircled by 17 stars, a design by Thomas D. Rogers, Sr. This imagery speaks to the spirit of freedom and national identity. The coin is struck in a distinctive manganese brass alloy that gives it a golden hue to 88.5% copper, 6% zinc, 3.5% manganese, and 2% nickel. It weighs approximately 8.1 grams and measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter. The mint mark D on this coin indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. Mintage figures are important for collectors. In 2001, millions of Sacagawea dollars were produced for circulation, including 70,939,500 coins at Denver Mark D. That substantial mintage means most 2001D coins from common business strike rolls are plentiful, and that affects their typical value. Right now in the marketplace, standard 2001 Sacagawea coins, even in uncirculated grades, typically trade very close to face value in lower mint states. Most circulated examples are still worth just $1. However, high-grade uncirculated pieces graded by professional services often bring small premiums. For instance, well-preserved examples in mint state, MS65 and higher, can bring modest increases over face value, sometimes reaching several dollars to the mid-single digits. According to recent professional coin value guides, an MS62 MS63 2001D might be worth around $1-8, depending on grade, eye appeal, toning, and certification status. Despite its strong mintage, this coin still holds collector interest for several reasons. 1. It's part of the inaugural years of the Sacagawea series, coins that ushered in a new era of U.S. dollar coins and a renewed focus on Native American themes. 2. Modern collectors often seek full annual runs, including all mint marks, which means a quality 2001D is necessary for a complete set. 3. There are error and variety possibilities among the broader Sacagawea issue that numismatists chase, including doubling errors, off-center strikes, and other anomalies. While none of the commonly encountered Denver issues carry dramatic premiums, an unusual die variety or strike anomaly could be significantly more valuable to the right collector. Speaking of errors and varieties, while the 2001 Sacagawea Dollar isn't renowned for large dramatic single coin rarities like the famous 2000 mule errors, collectors still closely inspect these coins for anything unusual. For example, anecdotal reports from collectors have surfaced describing rare individual coins exhibiting unique strike-through errors or extremely high grades with unusual surfaces. Those types of coins, especially if authenticated by PCGS, NGC, or ANACS, could bring collector attention that far exceeds typical value ranges. While these occurrences are rare and generally not widely documented in mainstream price guides, they contribute to the series' overall mystique and collector engagement. So why does a 2001 Sacagawea Dollar still deserve a place in your collection, even if it's not inherently rare? Because it represents a historic period in U.S. coinage. It forms part of an ongoing series that continues to evolve, and it offers the opportunity to hunt for hidden gems tucked away in rolls or albums. For completionists, classic design lovers, or modern coin enthusiasts, this striking golden dollar carries both story and potential. Now let's shift gears and examine the 2000p Sacagawea One Dollar coin, a coin with a deeper story and far more numismatic intrigue than its face value might suggest. The year 2000 marked the very first release of the Sacagawea Dollar program, and the P-Mint mark indicates this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This first year of Sacagawea production is vital for collectors because it contains the root of some of the most famous and highly sought modern U.S. coin varieties and errors ever produced. As with the 2001 installment, the historical context for the 2000p is intertwined with the introduction of a new dollar coin meant to replace the unpopular Susan B. Anthony series. The Sacagawea Dollar was intended to be more widely accepted in commerce, and the golden color was a deliberate choice to differentiate it from other circulating coins. On the design front, the 2000p features the classic and elegant Sacagawea portrait on the obverse, again crafted by sculptor Glenna Goodacre, with her infant son on her back. The reverse design that year shows the soaring bald eagle with 17 stars, symbolizing the unity of states and the leadership of the nation. This design continuity across the first years of the series is part of what makes the 2000 issue a foundational piece for collectors. The 2000p Sacagawea Dollar was struck in the same manganese brass alloy and dimensions as other business strikes. Approximately 8.1 grams in weight, 26.5 millimeters in diameter, with the unmistakable golden sparkle that makes it instantly recognizable. What sets the 2000p Sacagawea Dollar apart from later dates, like the 2001D, isn't just age, it's the varieties and famous errors that originated in that first year of production. The standard strike 2000p was produced in enormous quantities, more than 767 million pieces. Which means typical circulated examples are extremely common and often worth just face value, or a handful of dollars in uncirculated condition. But here's where this year gets truly fascinating. The 2000p issue contains some of the most talked about Sacagawea variants and errors ever documented. One extremely famous and highly sought variety is the Cheerios Dollar. In the year 2000, the U.S. Mint partnered with General Mills to distribute Sacagawea Dollars in select Cheerios cereal boxes. While most people might think these were just promotional pieces, collectors later discovered a distinct design nuance on many of these coins, particularly sharper, enhanced tail feathers on the eagle on the reverse side. These so-called Cheerios Dollars, especially in high grade with original surfaces, can command significant premiums, sometimes in the low thousands depending on condition and certification. Perhaps even more remarkable is the 2000p mule error. In coin collecting, a mule is a coin struck with mismatched dies that should never have been paired. In this case, a small number of Sacagawea Dollar plankets were accidentally struck with the obverse die of a Washington quarter, meaning the front showed George Washington, while the back showed the Sacagawea Eagle design. These errors are extraordinarily rare. Estimates suggest fewer than about 20 authenticated examples exist, and well-graded specimens have fetched figures in the 5-figure range at auction. There are also other intriguing error varieties from the 2000p run, including strikes on incorrect plankets, such as quarter plankets, off-center strikes, and die cracks, each of which can significantly elevate a coin's value to collectors who specialize in errors. That brings us to the market value spectrum for the 2000p Sacagawea Dollar. Standard circulated examples are generally worth around $1, essentially face value, because there are so many in existence. Uncirculated business strikes can be worth slightly more, typically a few dollars in lower uncirculated grades. Specialty varieties like the Cheerios Dollar can trade from the hundreds into the low thousands depending on grade and eye appeal. The Washington Quarter Mule error coins are among the rarest modern U.S. numismatic treasures and have been publicly documented selling in the high thousands or even more at auction. Collector interest in the 2000p Sacagawea coin is extremely high, Not because every coin is rare, but because the potential for finding something extraordinary right in everyday circulation exists. That chance of uncovering a dramatic error or a promotional variety keeps collectors eagerly searching roll after roll, year after year. This excitement, the possibility that a seemingly ordinary dollar could be transformed into a numismatic highlight, is the heart of why 2,000-piece Sacagawea dollars remain a pillar of modern collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just found a golden dollar in pocket change, the 2,000-piece Sacagawea offers a deep well of history, rarity, and value potential. From high-grade business strikes to rare promotional and error pieces, this coin represents one of the most dynamic and collectible facets of U.S. modern coinage. Closing statement. Thanks for watching Coins Numismatic Series. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2001 Sacagawea $1 coin and the 2,000-piece Sacagawea $1 coin, hit that like button and subscribe for more coin stories, values, and collecting insights. Leave a comment about what coin you want us to explore next. You never know. It might be worth more than you think.